Hello again, welcome back to the channel. Hello again, welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you along. Well, it looks like the last video was a bit of a success. Even though there's a busy road just there, there wasn't much background noise at all. So let's move on to the next episode, which is the kit and equipment that I'll be taking on all my adventures. Okay, so in this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by comparing the kit that I did have to the kit that I've upgraded to. Once we've done that, I'll then lay all the kit out and have a quick talk about what I've got, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so what you see before you is everything to the left of the trekking pole is the kit that I had to start with, and everything to the right here is what I've upgraded to. So starting on the left hand side, first of all, we've got a military style Bergen. Now that's 100 litres in capacity and weighs roughly 2.5 kilograms. Just below, military issue bivy bag, 800 grams. To the right, you can just see in there is a fold up roll mat that's very light but completely useless. Here we have a Snugpak Softy 4 sleeping bag that weighs just over 2 kilograms. And all this was my shelter system. So you've got a military issued bivy, 6 heavy duty pegs and 8 bungees. That whole system there is roughly about 2 kilograms as well. Okay, so on the right hand side, starting off, we have the Osprey Atmos 65 litre backpack weighing in at 2.1 kilograms. Just below that, we have the Vango Helium 2 ultralight tent weighing in at 1.4 kilograms. Below that, we have the Alpkit Hunker XL bivy bag weighing in at 480 grams. Next to that, I have a generic set of pegs, which I'll go on to later. In front of that is the OEX EV 300 sleeping bag. And last of all, this orange piece of kit here is the Big Agnes Rapid XL sleeping mat in a regular wide size. Now looking at both sets of kit there, I can tell you now that the kit on the left, all that totals to 8.5 kilograms. All the kit on the right there totals to 6.1 kilograms. So as you can see there, by making those upgrades already, I've saved just under 2.5 kilograms. Now, I'd like to address the costs of the equipment on the right hand side. As some of you would have noticed, it's not cheap. I totally agree, but I believe that these are the essential things that I needed to update, so I felt confident enough to get out on the hills. So let's move on to how I pack my kit. As you can see, I've got all the kit laid out in front of me here that I feel I need for an overnight camp. What I'm going to do now is pack it away and explain as I go. I appreciate there's lots of different ways to pack your backpack, so I'm just showing you how I do it. If you feel I could do anything better, please stick it in the comments and I'll have a good read. Starting off with the 2 waist pockets that I have. So in these, On one side, I like to put all my chocolate bars, protein bars, all the little things that's going to give me a little bit of an energy boost in one side, along with my compass. And on the other side, I have my head torch, my multi-tool, and my lighter. So put those away now. Moving on, I like to start with the bottom compartment, which will house my sleeping system. So in there, I will put my sleeping bag, my sleeping mat, and my Trekology pillow. But what I will do is take the sleeping bag out and I will pack it in there loosely so it fills up the bottom nicely. But I'll be putting that inside this dry bag that's underneath. So we'll do that now. From there, I move on to the main compartment and start packing that. And I'll start off with the water bladder, which goes down the center of the back. Next is the main compartment. And what I tend to do here is I start with the things that I least need at the bottom and then work my way up to the things that I'm going to need at the top. Start off with a dry bag, 70-litre dry bag. First off, I've got my sleeping clothing. Then my bivy bag. Spare clothing. Tent. Now I haven't got the poles in this tent, the poles are down the side. This isn't my Big Agnes sleeping bag, it's my Jetboil, but it just so happens to fit in there nice and snug with an extra canister. Brilliant. Next is my pegs. So I've got the pegs that came with the Van Gogh Helium 2 that I've got, but I've also bought 6-inch and 9-inch stakes, lightweight stakes, and I've also got some spare guys as well, just in case I need them. Next is a waterproof bag with all my clothing layers in. Then on top goes my waterproofs. And that's my main compartment done. Next is the front of the backpack. So right at the front here, first thing I put in is some bin bags. And then after that, I've got my brew kit. And then I've got my food. Also, what I do have is a little bottle of Tabasco sauce. Just adds a little bit of flavour to some of the food that I might be having. So my rations then, I have dehydrated and boil in a bag. I'm undecided what to go for moving forward. I used a lot of boil in the bags in the military, and what I do like about them is the ability to eat them cold, which you can't with the dehydrated stuff. However, this stuff is lighter, so I need to make my mind up on that. So next, in these two front pockets here, I have my power bank, towel, sponge, tent repair kit, fold away cup, and slip over shoes if I ever want to go for a swim. Moving on to the top of the Bergen, it has two pockets. So at the very top pocket, I have a waterproof bag with hat, gloves, and a thermometer in it. Also in this pocket, put in a water filter, a lightweight trowel just in case you get caught out, and my spoon. In the next pocket down, we'll go sun cream, smidge, and what I call my admin bag, which we'll go into more detail now. So a quick rundown of what I've got in my admin pouch. So starting with hand warmers, spare cartridges for my mosquito repeller, my Flexitail mosquito repeller cum light, spare matches in case my lighter packs up, some spare paracord, spare boot laces, spare batteries for the head torch, and a spare bit of guy line, which I'm going to use when I set up my tent next to put a little bit of a washing line inside. Mosquito head net, water purification tablets, mosquito repellent wipes, handy wipes, toothbrush and toothpaste, and some lip balm. Various repair kits for the sleeping mat and tents, and a little bit of a hygiene pouch, toothpicks, earplugs and earbuds, and spare lead for the flexi tail. That's it, that's my admin bag. So the admin bag just slots in on the underside, top pocket. Moving on to the side of the backpack, on one side I'll always have the relevant OS map of the area that I'm going to be in, fully waterproofed. And on this side, just underneath that, I'm going to have a Nalgene fold away 1 litre bottle for basically relieving myself in the middle of the night if I'm inside my tent. Finally, on the other side, I'll have my first aid kit where I can just grab it and get to it if I need to. And I have 2 foldable half-litre water bottles that work with my filter, so I can filter water as and when I need it. That's it. As you can see, I've managed to fit it all in this backpack relatively easily. There is still room in the main compartment if I need it, which I probably will when it comes to winter, because I've got to start thinking about winter sleeping bags and winter tents, etc. Not sure on the weight. The scales are upstairs. Once I get back indoors, I'll weigh it and I'll put it on the screen down here somewhere for you. Some of you might have also noticed the Garmin Mini InReach 2 that I have. Again, I think that is an essential bit of safety gear. It was expensive, but you can't put a price on safety in my eyes. But I will go into that in a more detailed episode further down the line. But a really good bit of kit from what I can initially see of it. That's it. Now you're all caught up on where I am with my kit, and anytime I move forward now, or I get a new bit of kit and equipment, I will do it along with you guys. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. My next episode is going to be my first test camp. So I feel I've got all the equipment now. I'm not just going to run up into the mountains and try it there. I'm going to book a wild camping field somewhere and do an overnighter and see how it goes. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.